The God of War Amazon TV show has dropped a lot of new details regarding the project over the last few weeks, and we finally get a teaser image showing how our lead actors will portray Kratos and Atreus. And suffice to say, they look a little chopped, and this isn't me trying to be insulted towards the actors. Like, Kratos is quite hard to pull off in real life. Looking at his in-game model and imagining him in real life without the use of CGI or tons of makeup is quite difficult, so I can't expect Ryan Hurst to look exactly like him. Like, you're not left with many people that can resemble him in real life and know how to act. And as for Colin Vincent as Atreus, I think I'm just too used to seeing Sonny Solchik playing him, since they also modeled Atreus after him in the games, so having anyone play him that isn't Sonny does feel a bit off to me. But we obviously can't have Sonny perform Child Atreus anymore, so it does make sense. And interestingly, a lot of the original actors from the Norse Saga games are not returning to play their parts in the show, with the exception of Ryan Hurst, who plays Thor in Ragnarok, and the GOAT Alistair Duncan, the one and only
Mimir! Smartest man alive.
Seeing those two at least return for God of War does make me happy. I am one of the fans who was really hoping to see Christopher Judge play Kratos again in the show, because he did such a phenomenal job in the games.
I'm a fucking God of War.
But he did say that he's working on a lot of big up-and-coming projects in the summer, so around that time is when you should check around his Twitter to see what he's up to. My thought is that he and Sonny are likely in the early stages of the next God of War, and aren't able to act in the show at the same time. But having Ryan play Kratos will unfortunately doom him to be compared to Christopher Judge's performance. Even if he does well, if the writers don't match the same quality as the games, I'm afraid he may end up being a target of hate. It's the same thing with Heath Ledger's Joker. No matter how good another one is, they will always be compared to him. But another recast that confuses me is Odin. We had a perfect performance from Richard Schiff in the games, and he already understands how to play this character. And if you're sick of me complaining about the recast before the show is even out, I'm of the opinion that if we have an actor who clearly knows the character and is able to play them, why not consider using them? But that's just my thought about that. I can understand that the writers may want to change certain aspects of the show, and they believe that these actors and actresses best fit their vision. Although, the entire show feels unnecessary. Unless it shows a large amount of unseen content that the games just alluded to, why would I choose to invest my time into a show when the games are already so good? I do get that a lot of people don't enjoy playing them, or they find it too hard, but God of War does have an option to play on the easy difficulty for those who don't want to learn it, or just want the story. Although I do get that a show is a lot easier to digest, especially for my fellow full-time workers. Sometimes when we get home, we just want to chill and not have to think about a whole lot. And before I wrap this up, something I want to ask you guys is, would you prefer this show to be fully animated, or do you prefer that it's live action? Because to me, a show like God of War, with so much spectacle and action, would benefit greatly from an animation team handling it. They already have amazing and detailed in-game models, and the trailer back when the first game got announced still holds up. This could have been what the show looks like, and we could have had everyone just voice act in it and do mocap. Like, imagine if Arcane was live action. I don't think that would look good at all. Fallout and The Last of Us works, because they're alternate depictions of reality that has regular people roaming around. It works because the setting is inspired from real life. But who knows? The show isn't out yet, so I'll reserve judgment until it is. If you had fun listening to me complain, consider liking and subbing.